everybody, this is Rex, Watson's Marine, Bluff City, Tennessee. I want to talk to you a little bit. I know a lot of you out there probably aren't going to want to work this hard at catching fish, but a lot of you are. And anybody that fishes East Tennessee knows that right here in our area is one of the hotbeds of the whole world for deep cranking for fish, for bass. And deep cranking, while it kind of got its start in western North Carolina, East Tennessee is really a hotbed for deep cranking. And all you have to do, check the tournament results in our area. And Douglas Lake is one of the hottest lakes for it, but it works on all our lakes. So what happens in the summertime, after the spawn, such as now, these fish start kind of grouping back up. And they'll group up around bait fish, around isolated structure, off ledges, drops, current breaks out in deeper water. And one of the best ways to approach these fish is a crankbait. Those fish, when they're out there that deep, generally in the past didn't see a lot of crankbaits. They see a lot more of them now. But when you get out there, and the odd thing about throwing deep driving crankbaits is sometimes, you'll have a group of fish, but it takes one single cast at the right single angle to get those fish fired up. Once you get them fired up, it can be one of the most explosive ways to bass fish that you'll ever experience in your life. And so a couple of mainstays in our area, absolutely positively, number one is a Crankin 6XD. This bait right here, there's no telling how many fish this bait has caught over the last several years in East Tennessee. On our local circuits, on the pro trails, that's a fish catching rascal right there. And this bait, Berkeley Dredger, 25.5, this bait will get down pretty close to that depth. You've got Spro has a version. They've got a couple of different deep diving ranges. This plug is going to dive anywhere from 15 to 20 feet deep. And then you've got the big daddy of them all. This is a Strike King 10XD, real heavy bait. I believe this bait weighs upwards of 2 ounces. This bait will really get down to them. A huge profile bait, catches big fish. The further you can cast this bait, the deeper it's going to go. And the deeper it's going to go, the less likely those fish are going to be to have seen this bait pass in front of them. So deep cranking, another thing to keep in mind, the lighter the line that you use, the deeper your bait's going to go. Most people that I know use anywhere from 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon for these baits. Back in the day, before fluorocarbon came around, we used to we'd down sometimes even to 6 pound test, so we could get that bait just down that extra foot or two. You have to be really careful fishing it like that, but nowadays with the fluorocarbon lines, you can use a bigger, stronger line and still get basically the same depth out of it. There's lots of different colors that will work in deep diving crankbaits. Best thing, don't overcomplicate it. Get you a couple of colors. I know green gizzard's one of the most popular. Chartreuse blueback, that's 2 of the most popular colors that there is. 2 of the most popular colors we sell. And they'll catch them just about under any condition on all of our area lakes. All right, so in approaching these deep fish, what will happen lots of times with these deep crankbaits, you'll get out there and you'll get a school of them fired up and you'll go to catching them and just all at once they'll just quit. So lots of times when that happens, if you'll change color or you'll change, just say from the 6XD to the Dredger, lots of times that'll get you a few more strikes that you would have thought, man, they're over. But pitch a different look out there, a different color or a different sound, a different vibration to the bait, lots of times that'll fire them up again and you'll catch a few more fish that you would have never So deep cranking, there's one way to do it. Better be willing to work, because deep cranking is not easy, and I've got the worn out elbows and shoulders to prove it. One of the other things, swim baits. Swim baits came onto the scene years ago, and this is actually about a 5-inch model. You can get these baits 18 inches long, but a 5 or 6 inch bait, and then what you want to do is use a lead head. This lead head will rig up in this bait, and then you're going to have the hook is going to be exposed out the back of this bait, and you want it the same way. You want to cast that bait out there towards these, towards a drop, or using your electronics, finding some structure, or even the bait or a school of fish. Cast this bait out there, let it go to the bottom, and some days you're just going to just crank it slow, and that bait is just going to be wobbling across the bottom. Some days I like to throw it out there and just wind it real quick, let it drop. That bait's literally like this. And lots of times when they're wanting a bait falling, that's when they really like that technique. The deep swim baits, like I said, usually a 3/4 or a 1 ounce lead head in one of these baits. I like to throw these usually on about 17-pound test fluorocarbon. Great way to follow up the crankbait. You pull up there and you get them fired up on the crankbait, and you try a different color or a different bait or two, and you get them going on that crankbait. Yeah. Pick up the swim bait. Lots of times after they're through, you can throw that swim bait out there and catch sometimes some of the biggest fish in the school. So then we're going to move along to one of the last techniques, and that's flutter spoons. These big flutter spoons, and lots of different sizes, lots of different colors. This big old rascal right here, you better eat your Wheaties if you're going to go out there and fish that all day, because you literally cast this bait out, let it fall to the bottom, and you're just going to yank this bait real hard, and then let it flutter back to the bottom. That's when they bite it, when that bait's falling. This one is kind of the happy medium. This is one of my favorites. Not real difficult to fish. It's not like dragging a barbell around. Nichols makes this particular one. Crankin makes basically the same thing. But jerking that bait up, letting it fall. Your line size, usually on this size spoon, I usually use like 12 or 14-pound test fluorocarbon. You get into these bigger spoons such as this, usually around 17-pound test. This particular one, the worldwide spoon from river to sea, this has become real popular in fishing around boat docks, marinas. You can pitch this bait back under boat slips or obstructions and catch some fish on that as well. But summertime, the right time. Deep cranking, swim baits, spoons, get out there on those ledges, catch some fish deep, take care of those fish. Be sure if you're not going to keep them, release them immediately. Usually that doesn't harm them. They'll go right back down to where they need to be. If you're going to put them in your live well, we've got instructions up here on how to care for those fish. But get out there on those ledges, catch some deep fish, and then come tell me about it. But come see us up here at Watson's Marine real soon.